When you hear the heartbeat of Sri Lanka, it is the sound of the drum. Across centuries, three great traditions have shaped our island's rhythm. Upcountry in Kandy, low country in the south, and Sabaragamuwa in the central plains. Each region proudly carries its own drum. The Gatabere of Kandy, the mighty Yakbere of the south, and the Daula from Sabaragamuwa. And then there's one drum shared by all, the lively Tambourines. Your first glimpse of these instruments is often in temples, kovils, or in dazzling pereharas. Unlike modern drums wired to speakers, Sri Lankan traditional drums have a soul, born from the hands of village craftsmen who still carve them from hardwoods like jack, kohomba, ehela, milla, and kitul. Every beat carries centuries of knowledge passed down from the time of ancient kings. At processions such as the Grand Kandy Asala Perihara, the drums become the pulse of the ritual, guiding dancers, summoning blessings, and electrifying crowds. The Hevisi drummers at the Temple of the Tooth Relic keep alive ceremonies that are hundreds of years old. But drumming isn't just a performance, it is deeply tied to ritual. Bali rituals call on the planets for protection. Tovil ceremonies are dramatic exorcisms to drive away spirits. Madhu rituals bring communities together to honor deities. Each has its own rhythm, its own energy. The four main stars of the Sri Lankan traditional drums are the Gatabere, a double-headed drum, one side cowhide for bass, the other goat skin for treble. The Daula, cylindrical, thunderous, played with a carved stick in one hand and a bare palm in the other. The Yakbere, also known as the demon drum, central to southern rituals and even modern parades. The Tambourines, twin kettle drums struck with curved cane sticks. Then there are the smaller but no less important voices. The Udakya is a delicate hourglass drum mainly used for ritual use, and its sibling, the Dakya, is used primarily for community and folk performances. Though similar in shape, the Dakya is slightly larger in size. The Banku Rabana, the joyful frame drum, played at Sinhala and Tamil New Year, often by women in brightly patterned clothes, creating scenes of color and laughter. The At or Virunu Rabana is a smaller version of the Banku Rabana, generally used by street musicians as an easy carried instrument. The Rabanaya is also used in a performance version where multiple of them are spun and kept aloft for seemingly an interminable period. The Maddalaya, a drum used in local folk drama called Nadagam. The Bummandiya, a drum fashioned from the shape of a clay pot. And the Dandubereya, which is a drum devised of a drum skin and made from bamboo, and the sound is produced by hitting it with wooden sticks. Drums are rarely alone. They blend with the haggedia, the conch shell that blasts blessings most often at the commencement of an event. Finally, the talamputa refers to the small handheld cymbals or bell-like instrument often used in Sri Lankan ritual drumming ensembles. Together, they create the soundscapes that are both spiritual and spectacular. In the Tamil traditions of the north, drumming has its own proud lineage. The Parai Mielam, a traditional double-headed drum, one of the oldest Tamil drums, once carried messages across villages. Today it still drives temple festivals like the famed annual Nallur Kandasamy Kovil festival. Instruments such as the rindangam and tawil-rich ensembles weave Sri Lanka into the broader South Asian rhythm. From temple to kovil, from ritual to festival, Sri Lankan drums are not just instruments, they are heritage. They connect communities, embody craft, and keep the island's pulse. As long as these beats echo, the spirit of Sri Lanka will always march forward, proud, powerful, and timeless.